Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on Fantastic Talks, bringing you back another Spider-Man video for you guys today, and joining me on this video is Phil.
Hello my friend.
You alright mate?
Yeah man, I'm good.
It's been a hot minute, hasn't it?
It has.
Last time we did a video together, it was on the Marvel's Insomniac Spider-Man 2. We did a whole big review and discussion on that. If you guys haven't checked that out, I'll link that at the end of this video on the title cards above. That was the last time we did this. That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, man. It's been a while. It's been a while.
So we wanted to come back and do another proper in-depth Spider-Man discussion for you guys today, based on the new movie, Brand New Day, Tom Holland's next Spider-Man film coming out next year. And this is going to be sort of a speculation video and what we hope to see for the story, based on what we've heard of so far, and sort of put it together and sort of piece together what to expect, who do we reckon is going to appear, how the story's going to go, what this sets up for the next trilogy going forward, that sort of thing. Where the hell do we begin on this?
Well, I think first, for me, just Tom Holland's suit.
Yeah.
Like the set photos I've seen.
Yeah, so obviously we've seen all the set photos, the Spider-Man suit in action has been really good to see, but that's all we've gotten so far. And obviously Punisher being on set as well, like the van and all that.
Yeah, like I think for me, the fact it's like, I think they were in Glasgow, Scotland.
Yeah, Glasgow I think
like,
it was, or Edinburgh, yeah.
And the fact it's all like, they've had the images of like the stunt doubles doing the actual like physical web swinging,
which makes me hope that swinging and all that is going to look really, really good compared to how the original MCU trilogy was, because there was barely any swinging in that.
Like
I really hope it's like Amazing Spider-Man 2 type swinging, which we're all hoping to see, I feel like. So
but I think like for me, from the sort of images we've seen so far, I would probably say this looks like the best Spider-Man suit. Yeah. Like 100%. In the fact it's like the one they tease at the very end. Are you getting up the...
I'll get up the video, because it is a really good teaser.
Yeah.
What a way to start production on it as well. Obviously, we've all seen this, but it's just such a... It's the way he comes in.
I love how streamlined it looks.
Yeah.
Like, you know, about 10 years ago when all the sort of superhero suits kind of had like unnecessary lines and bits of black that were like broken up on the suit.
It just looks simple. It's how a Spider-Man costume is meant to look. It's not so over the top.
The only thing I'm a bit bummed about is at the end of the last movie.
You liked the shine on the blue.
Yeah, I love the shine on the blue, and they seem to have doled that back a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
Yeah. It's also... It feels like a love letter to the previous suits. What I really like,
which I think that's what this suit is going for. Because I think this Peter, I think they said somewhere. I think Tom Holland and the director doing this film have said that I think it was somewhere on an interview for a magazine that this Peter does take inspiration from Tobey and Andrew's Spider-Man suits, which you can see is obvious, because the way the webbing looks, it looks slightly raised like Tobey's was. But Andrew Garfield's got the spider legs in a way. There's like a mix of like Tobey's and Andrew's emblem.
Yeah, it feels.
But like the contrast of the red and blue is just so perfect, and it makes it feel like Tom's original Spider-Man suit.
It feels like, for me at the moment, with sort of current superhero movies, they're trying to go for the more sort of traditional sort of look, like the Fantastic Four, Superman, and especially like Tom Holland's new suit. It's such a. I'm a big fan of the web shooters as well. Like I know that's kind of. I don't say controversy, but like
I'm happy with the web shooters. I do think I'm hoping he's going to go through different kinds of versions of the web shooters, because it does look quite clunky outside of the suit.
I quite like that though.
I don't mind it, but I also heard I don't know if this again. Most of this information that we have is obviously not all been confirmed.
Well, we're speculating.
This is purely speculation of what we've heard.
Today is what we would like to see and hope happens.
Yeah, but from what I have heard, apparently Peter will be going through a couple more suits. So I assume there's going to be some battle damaged suits here and there, whilst he's going to sort of upgrade his suit a little bit and improve on it. Hopefully not too much. and hopefully it still looks classic.
Yeah.
But obviously, I get it if that's the way how they have to sell toys.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping like his web shooters get a little bit slimmer, maybe, and it starts to look like the classic round one, and it's got the little web shooter like
that would be cool.
Switch on it on the palm.
I just quite like how bulky they look. I just think it kind of shows. I'm kind of getting ahead of something I was going to kind of bring up, but like for me with Tom Holland in this one, I really want him to be stripped back to not having any of the Stark tech. So
yeah,
like at the end of the movie where you've got the sewing machine, and like I really want it to be like boots on the ground sort of Spider-Man.
I genuinely think that's what we're gonna get. Like it's weird because we all have our opinions about Peter being in Tony's shadow, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Like it did feel tedious and jarring at times, and it just took us ages to get the Spider-Man we wanted to have. It was just that very slow build up in the original trilogy to him becoming the Spider-Man, and like the whole responsibility journey. I get what they were trying to do with having his origin story be a whole trilogy instead of it just being from the first movie. But so what I like about this film, it seems to be kind of a soft reboot because there was information from Tom Holland. So all this information I've got here is on Teen Vogue. Yeah. I don't know if you've heard about this. No. Tom Holland in an interview with Esquire, it's called. He opened up about the process of filming and what he hopes to give fans what they deserve. And in Tom's words, he said, "I want to do justice to Peter Parker's character. I want to bring the fans something that's really worthy of their time, and I'm very grateful for their investment in our franchise. I don't mean financially, I mean the time to go to the cinema 3 times. That's a big ask, which a lot of people were doing for No Way Home. Yeah. I went to see that 4 times. 5 actually with the re-release last year. Yeah. It's a great I loved the hell out of that film, man.
Do you know, right, okay, to clarify, I love Spider-Man. Do you know how many times I've seen that movie?
Which one?
The last Tom Holland one.
No Way Home.
No Way Home. I've seen it once.
You've only seen it once?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Well, that's fair.
I've got it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Right, but I have not watched it since then. But it is a fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
5 times, bravo.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's dedication.
Yeah, I know. I did a lot. So continuing with Tom Holland's words, I did a lot of sneaky research online, looking at what people were saying in the interim between Spider-Man No Way Home and now Spider-Man Brand New Day. I really just kind of put together a vibe of what people were looking for and went to Marvel and said, this is what I think we should be doing, and I think that's exactly what we are doing. So it's been a really fun process developing the movie. It's the first time I've ever been allowed in that part of the process, and it's definitely a stressful experience. And he's adding on, he says, I've been so lucky that the fan base have been so vocal about what they love from the franchise. So in the forthcoming movie, they will lean into those things and capitalize on them, which makes me believe Tom Holland's got so much more creative freedom in this film, along with the director, because the director has also said similar comments, and what he hopes to see from, like, he wants to hopefully give this film an emotional story and dark depth in the character that we haven't seen before. Yeah. And the fact that Tom Holland has been, I assume most of the studio has been researching what fans want to see. I like to think that obviously we already could confirm that we are getting street level, considering the villains in it. Yeah. And it's not a multiverse story. But I'm hoping that means that surely they know we want Daredevil and Kingpin as well, but it doesn't look like to be the case.
So just a quick sidebar. I saw an interview with Tom Holland, I can't remember where it was from, where he talks about how RDJ kind of had where they have that scene in Civil War in Peter's bedroom where they're talking.
Oh yeah.
Where he does the web shooter thing.
Yeah.
And he was saying he would love to give a young actor that similar moment of screen time and kind of elevate, reach back and pull up the next actor. So I really hope that we get to see Miles in these movies.
So this was something I was going to leave for the end of this video.
Oh, we can jump back then. That's fine.
Yeah. So that's definitely something I want to come back to. But I do want to talk about, like, from the sounds of it, the way it's being filmed, all the action scenes we've seen from set photos so far, looks like we could be getting a really cool montage of an action scene to begin the film with this truck or whatever they're chasing, and a really cool, like, swinging sequence, hopefully, similar to, like, how the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Andrew Garfield opened. I hope. And, like, I want to get this out of the way of how I want the film to look like. Like I'm hoping, it's gonna be dark and gritty a little bit.
Okay.
Obviously with a little bit of fun here and there because it's Spider-Man with his jokes and that. I want it to be. I really want Spider-Man to move like how so I've been rewatching the original Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire because it's been re-released in cinemas, and just seeing how Spider-Man moved, even in the first film. Do you remember the scene where he was he was like leaping over these crooks seen in the van?
Yeah.
And he was taking pictures in like from like sort of at a high point in the web. The way he was like jumping on the criminals and shit and leaping over them and like fucking like flipping them over and stuff. Like, can we have Tom Holland move like this, please?
Because I don't think
like,
Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I don't think he hasn't really fought many sort of like street level villains. Like I know, like his first movie is Vulture.
Yeah.
And then, like, so one of my sort of hopes for Tom Holland going forward is he kind of really gets to have his own villains. Like
we've said this. Haven't we?
Like
does it feel like it does? I feel like Vulture is probably the closest. Yeah. Because although he still had a Tony Stark relation.
Yeah.
There was still that vibe to Peter because of the whole him dating his daughter, and obviously he was getting annoyed with Peter being Spider-Man.
Like Mysterio seemed to have more hang up with Iron Man.
Yeah.
And kind of not taking on like the opportunity for like to bring him into Stark Tech. So I really hope in this next stretch of movies that they really, because Spider-Man's got a great rogues gallery.
Yeah.
And I think Tom Holland definitely deserves to kind of have his own Doc Ock in Green Goblin or...
Well, this is the thing now. So if we're going to get into villains now, I don't think, if I'm being honest, I don't know how Doc Ock and Green Goblin can work now that we've seen them in Tom's movie. Because like I just feel like now if you I'd rather now they just do their own villains for Tom that we haven't seen on screen before, which I think they're going to go for.
Yeah.
And I just think like, especially Green Goblin, I just feel like how are we going to get another Norman Osborn now when Peter's now got this hatred for the Osborns?
Yeah.
And like, and a Norman Osborn, and not even Oscorp even exists in his universe.
The cool
because Willem Dafoe's Norman confirmed
that
in the film. Like, where's my
they've
son?
kind of written him in.
There's no Oscorp.
Yeah, they've kind of backed into a corner with this one.
There could be a hint at Norman Osborn still appearing, which I'll get onto later. But what were you gonna say?
Well, I because I kind of took us on a sidetrack. I think you were going to talk about Wilson Fisk in Daredevil in the movie.
Yeah. So this is the thing.
There's a lot of cameos in this. Well, a lot of.
There's a lot of villains that might be involved in this, but I'm thinking at least half of these random villains that I've heard of could be like a montage of villains that he has already faced in that you could begin the movie with. I think this film apparently is meant to be set 3 years later from No Way Home.
Oh well, yeah, that's something I was going to ask. If they announced, like, is there a time jump between?
I think not. I don't think there's been a definite confirmation on it, but I think they have. That the idea is that apparently it's going to be set in the MCU universe 2027, I think, or 2026. I don't know if it's in real time, but which means it's 3 years later after No Way Home from where No Way Home was set, because obviously you got to factor in the Endgame time period because of the 5 years thing. So it's estimate 3 years later after No Way Home, which means surely Peter would have had some villains by then, going through all his college life, dealing with like some random like crooks here and there.
Yeah.
Random ones like have you heard of Tarantula?
No.
Yeah.
No,
there's a random spider person villain. I don't know if he's a villain. I think he's an anti-hero. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But Tarantula is a random one we might get, as well as Boomerang, not Captain Boomerang, just Boomerang. Do you remember?
No. Does he? Is his gimmick
Boomerang? Yeah, and he's got a Boomerang mask and everything. Genuinely.
Oh,
he was in the Ultimate Spider-Man game as like a random cook you just beat up. Do you remember?
Vaguely.
He's like robbing a bank and
I'm
he's
down
throwing
for
boomerangs
it.
at you.
It sounds really dumb,
But
that would make me
he
laugh.
could be one of those silly villains that he takes down in the montage randomly.
You remember in the who's the first Spider-Man in
Tobey
live action? Tobey
First
Maguire
one,
ones.
yeah.
Remember like the montage with like the spinning papers where it would come up with like, it would be cool if they homage that. That's a very like early 2000s thing, but that would be quite cool if they were like showing what Tom Holland's been up to.
Yeah.
For, like, news clippings
dude,
from,
I want him narrating.
Yeah.
Please, how's Spider-Man narrating this? It's been so long. We haven't had anything like that since Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be such a great way to open up the film. And then we lean into this big swinging sequence and him leading into some big action sequence, maybe. But yeah, like villains like Tarantula and Boomerang, they sound like silly villains you could easily have him taken down.
Do you think it's going to tie into or be set after Daredevil Born Again?
I think they've also said this, that Daredevil Born Again, I think season 2 does take place before No Way Home, because obviously it comes out before No Way Home. A Brand New Day. It does come out before Brand New Day. So I'm hoping that season of Daredevil will lean into something there and tease something for Brand New Day.
I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who's watching it who maybe hasn't seen.
Spoiler alert, obviously. If we probably will be getting to spoiler territory.
But like the way Daredevil Born Again ends really should impact the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of those ones where I think they might need to address it. But like apparently Kingpin's not in the movie. I really hope he is.
There's like yeses and nos of who's in it or not. Like if Tom Holland has been doing his research, like he said, he must know that people want to see Daredevil and Kingpin eventually. Which is why I think, from other rumors I've heard, that Marvel Studios want to sort of lead up to that. Apparently, this next trilogy is to sort of set up more street level villains for Peter to face. I think it's going to be more of a build up to Daredevil and Kingpin. I think that he wants the big baddies for this trilogy. Kevin Feige, I think, is planning to be Scorpion, Tombstone. Yeah. Then later Kingpin. Then later Venom.
Okay.
I'll get into why Venom in a sec, because I would love this version of Venom from what I'm going to talk about in a minute. But I do hope that the events of Born Again season 2. If they end up taking down Kingpin in that season, and he's no longer mayor, he's gone back to jail, I'm hoping it starts like an uplift in a gang war to take over some territories.
Kind of like the first Spider-Man game on the PlayStation 5?
Yeah, basically, and that will explain why Tombstone's involved, Mac Gargan coming back, and why I hope Mr. Negative is going to be in this.
Yeah, well, again, I would love the.
I'm hoping it's a gang war adaptation in a way from the comic, like
proper
and Tombstone was heavily involved in that.
Yeah, like I would love to see the sort of Kingpin Spider-Man fight from the first game. Like that'd be a really cool.
It'd be really sick.
Live action.
Just imagine him swinging him everywhere and stuff. You know, like. We've seen how powerful Kingpin can be. Yeah. Like, I would love for him to face up against Spider-Man. And I feel like it's needed. And it's something fans want. Especially Vincent... Is it Vincent? I don't know how to say his surname. Vinoffrio? Yeah.
I think I might
have something like
pronunciation there. But he would be great against Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
All I want is a Daredevil and Spider-Man team up. Yeah. I did not expect Punisher.
I don't know how Punisher's going to work. I'm nervous.
I find it really poetic with Punisher, because for him to appear in a Spider-Man film is ironic, because he first appeared in a Spider-Man comic. Yeah. So I think that's so clever.
You were talking about toys earlier, saying hopefully his suit might get battle damage, so there might be multiple suits and toys and stuff. Yeah. But this is the same Punisher that in Netflix takes a power drill to the knee. And then wrecks shop with a shotgun. Yeah. And straps a gun to Daredevil's hand, and I'm like, he's in a movie for kids.
Which means this could indicate that this film is probably going to be dark and gritty. Yeah. We're not going to the extent of how dark and gritty and gory Daredevil and Punisher shows were on the Netflix series, but Daredevil Born Again did prove that they can have the balls to go there again.
Yeah, absolutely. Frank has some fairly epic kills in that.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be as violent in this.
No. But I want him to go toe to toe with Peter. I think I would like. I like to think that Punisher can fucking give him a good hand.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah. Absolutely.
A
Like
good throw hands. Like
I think having the dynamic of Spider-Man and Frank in this movie would be really good.
Yeah.
Like Tom Holland with the quips and kind of the brevity and being silly.
Yeah.
And then Daredevil just, wrecking shop.
Yeah.
Not Daredevil. Punisher.
Yeah. Well, this is why I think. What should we talk about? How Punisher's involved in this and how he could. If we
can talk about the lineup, because there's some other people in this movie where I'm kind of scratching my head, being like, wait, what? Like,
right. What? Okay. So if we're led to believe that why Tombstone's in this, and then Scorpion, Mr. Negative, apparently Chameleon, it was also rumored. I don't know why.
Okay, so I've never seen the movie, but like I know, again, spoilers for that. That in Craven, Chameleon rocks up in that.
Yeah, he's like an end credit scene.
Do you think they're going to do that? Because is that acknowledging
that
Sonyverse?
I think Sony have now cancelled that universe.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, literally, that they would just shoot themselves in the foot by that point. So
limped on.
Which is why I think Marvel must have won the talks of what they wanted to have this movie be. Sony wanted it to be a multiverse thing because of how well No Way Home did, but fans and Marvel wanted it to be street level because it was just the perfect timing for Spider-Man to start being at that sort of point in his life. We didn't need another multiverse thing because that's what made No Way Home so special. If you do that again, it makes it kind of ruins that.
You just water it down, don't you?
I'd rather they save that for Secret Wars now.
Yeah.
So I think with the approach they're going for this movie sounds really, really good, but it is still skeptical because of the amount of characters that are going to be involved in this. But with Tombstone and all that, I think if Tombstone's rise to power is what the theme of the story is, what the concept of the story is, and why Punisher's going after him after the events of Born Again, taking down Kingpin. If that's the case, I would like to think that Punisher is just going around and just making sure nothing like that ever happens again, and another crime lord takes over the city. So I think Tombstone. If we're not going to get Kingpin in this, I think Tombstone is the next best choice because. Especially with who they've casted him.
Yeah.
That I've shown you.
Yeah. I remember you showing me, sending me a link of who they've cast, and he looks great.
Hey, and he is of albino ethnicity as well.
Yeah.
So he's perfect. And I think he voiced Tombstone in the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah.
And mate, have you seen him in Black Lightning, the DC show?
Yes.
Mate, he's amazing. He reminded me of Kingpin in that show.
Yeah.
He is gonna fucking pull it off, and I can't wait to see all the makeup and everything how he's gonna look for that.
He could also be the reason that Frank has to use, isn't just guns and knives.
It's the reason why he's got upgrade.
Tombstone has unbreakable skin and all that, so Frank...
It might set him off.
Frank might go in gun-ho like he normally does, gets his ass handed to him, and maybe possibly...
Has to then start upgrading and figure out a way to stop him, so... I like to think that's probably what we're going to get. As long as we don't get fucking War Machine version of Punisher.
I think that's what we're going to get.
I really hope that's not the case. He doesn't need a War Machine suit. I never liked that.
I can see Frank going into Stark Towers or somewhere where there's old Iron Man tech and just kind of taking one, spraying the skull on it.
No, that's
shot at the end.
That's what I'm worried about. I really do not want that. I'll be happy with him with a bazooka. That's all he needs. Come on, he doesn't need any of that shit. I really hope not.
I think he's going to get it.
I really hope not. I really, really hope not. But regardless of that, that might make sense to why Punisher's involved. But how does Hulk fit into all of it?
Well, I heard a rumour that, because obviously the last movie ends with everybody forgetting who Peter Parker is.
Oh, I know what you're going to say,
this rumour I've heard is, they're not going to do Smart Hulk anymore. They're going to go back to Savage Hulk.
Savage Hulk, yeah.
Savage Hulk remembers Peter and Spider-Man are the same person.
Yeah.
What I don't know if they ever met or if that's not because obviously
technically they didn't.
Bruce
not
Peter
Savage Hulk.
Yeah, Peter gets snapped away. Then when he rocks up in the film, Hulk doesn't want to come out because then Bruce ends up in the Hulk armor suit.
Yeah.
So I don't think they ever met. I don't know.
I'll be surprised. Yeah, that's something. I don't think it'll work if that's what they want to reference from the comic.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really needed.
And I think Hulk's kind of a bit too OP. Like I don't see a world where Spider-Man and Hulk. It would be a fun fight, but again, like, are you gonna have Hulk wreck shop? And yeah,
I mean, I'm down for Hulk versus Spider-Man. I just don't know how Punisher's going to be able to fucking be involved in that fight.
In an Iron Man suit.
I fucking hope not, man.
Hulk for me really stands out because the rest of this movie feels like a gritty street level Spider-Man and then Hulk. And
yeah, but it's like, how the fuck do you bring Savage Hulk back? Because this was my original theory, that because the original villain that was rumored was originally Scorpion.
Yeah.
Then it was Mr. Negative because Brand New Day, the title, the comic that they're referencing, Mr. Negative, I think, first appeared in that comic.
Okay.
So it's like that made the most sense. If Mr. Negative is the perfect villain to have as an original villain for Tom Holland Spidey, that's fucking perfect.
I think Mr. Negative would be really good.
But then I heard it's been debunked. Apparently he's not the villain. I'm like, why? Why is he not going to be the villain in it? If he's in the comic that you're basing the title from, why? Who's going to be able to bring Hulk back? Because Mr. Negative's powers is perfect to bring Savage Hulk back because of what he corrupts. He brings out the rage and anger in people when he corrupts them.
That would be a great.
It makes so much sense.
That would be a really easy. Yeah, that. Would
it's
be
an easy
great,
fix.
Actually. Yeah,
it's perfect. Like, why would you not do it?
And like, I think also like Mr. Negative. Like, I'm not the biggest Mr. Negative fan. Like, obviously, I've seen him in the games.
Yeah, but the game, he's
great in the game.
So good,
so
and the
good
actor that played him was brilliant.
Yeah.
People want him to be the villain, to be Mr. Negative in the movie.
Yeah,
because he played him so well in the game.
But I think as well, like his power set and the way he. Like how his powers act would look great on the big screen.
Yeah,
like
visually it was so appealing.
You know, like if they take inspiration from the games, like when Miles is like reliving his dad being murdered, like that'd be really cool.
And it will make
to deal with that.
It will make sense for the because there might be a possible cameo of Aunt May, but like in like a. Either in a flashback with Peter, or it's in his head, like some of the Uncle Ben scenes were in the original trilogy. But if Mr. Negative is in it, he's perfect to use that as well to fuck with Peter's mind and Aunt May appearing in it.
I think
so
again, if you
because then it will deal with that regret of not being able to save her and his and Peter's bringing Peter's anger out because is the black suit going to be involved in this and like is he going to. Is Peter gonna sort of console in? Is it console? Is that the right word? Console.
Yeah.
In Bruce and Frank because of their similarities of anger and loneliness and stuff.
Yeah, I think the characters they have of like Hulk and Frank in it are very much like lone wolves. You know, they're not really. Obviously, you got like. When I say not in a team, I was going to say like Hulk's been in the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
I think those two would. It's just weird. I think obviously, I'm not 100% sure on how accurate this is, but I think it's like a rights thing where Sony and Marvel. So the reason like Doctor Strange was in the last one is because he's a Marvel character. Sony need to have a Marvel character in a Spider-Man.
Yeah,
movie.
that's.
And
why
I think
I'm
that's
going.
what it is.
Yeah, I think it is probably what that is.
I just think Hulk is a very odd choice.
It does feel like it, but
it's just a bit of an odd one for me.
But
I like Hulk, and I like Smart Hulk and Savage Hulk.
I get why they probably want to bring Savage Hulk back because after seeing Red Hulk in Captain America was really cool to see. And it makes me want to have the original Savage Hulk back. And it just.
When was the last time they had Savage Hulk? Was it?
Fucking Infinity War when
with
Thanos fucking destroyed him.
Yeah, and that's mental.
That was 2017, 18.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So it's been a while.
It's like I think it just got to a point where Smart Hulk was just getting really boring.
Yeah.
especially with how he was in She-Hulk. It just got to a point where
that
just bring back Savage Hulk at this point now.
Yeah.
And but it's like, how on earth do you lead up to that? How is Bruce going to be involved? Is he going to be a teacher at Peter's college?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
that's what I'm thinking.
If the negative was the villain, I think you've kind of like really got a cool, like you were saying, a cool idea with the whole he corrupts him, and then that's the reason you get Savage Hulk. But
yeah,
it is odd that they haven't. I hope Mr. Negative is in it, like, because I like Scorpion. I don't know if he.
Well, I'm glad
could hold down a movie as the main antagonist.
Well, this is why I think.
Sorry to all the Scorpion fans out there.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I'm so glad Matt Gargan and the actor that played him in Homecoming is finally coming back, because like the fact that he was teased for a potential villain, but he just didn't show back.
No. They never did anything with him, did they?
I'm glad he's been considered to come back and confirmed to come back. So I'm hoping he's a hired gun for Tombstone.
Yeah.
Like Tombstone hires him because Spider-Man has taken down all these like different territories, maybe.
Yeah.
And it's getting on Tombstone's nerves. But obviously Tombstone's trying to stay hidden.
Yeah.
You know,
I like that kind of like what they do with
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Well, I was going to say Daredevil season 1 with Kingpin.
Kingpin, yeah.
And he's kind of like in the shadows in the first part.
Yeah. Just rising to power and hiding. Yeah. If they do something like that with Tombstone, I think that'd be very clever. Mixing in a bit of how they handled Kingpin and Daredevil and how he was in Spectacular Spider-Man, because I think he's immense in that.
Yeah.
He did strike as a Kingpin to me for that series. And if he hires Scorpion, Matt Gargan, but bails Matt Gargan out of prison, maybe puts him in a Scorpion suit of some kind. Maybe Tombstone. I can imagine Tombstone will have just that sort of technology.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Puts him, and Matt Gargan wants revenge against Peter for all those years he's been put away. Give him the Scorpion suit. Okay, yeah, Spidey has a hard time fighting him, finds a way to take down the suit. Then eventually he becomes Venom later. Because how is the black suit going to be involved? Because they end No Way Home with the black suit, and there's been rumours of possibly Matt Gargan Venom being in it.
So, have you seen the last Venom movie?
I haven't. I don't want to bother with it.
A light spoiler for that. They do kind of wrap that up in that movie,
because they teased it in the trailer, didn't they?
Yeah. Like the symbiote that gets left behind, I believe it's been. Again, I only saw it in the cinema. I believe they kind of capture it and then experiment on it, and then it kind of gets destroyed in the end of the movie. Like, I think so I don't. There's not like a bit of symbiote. So
they were trying to write that out, basically.
Yeah. Like I think that gets handled in the third Venom movie.
Right. Okay.
Is it the Amazing Spider-Man, like in the comics where it's Peter's dad?
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, Ultimate.
Yeah.
Ultimate Spider-Man, where it's Peter's dad and Eddie's dad create Venom.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
See, I wouldn't mind that. I've always liked
that. A bit more grounded as well, where it's not coming from outer space, even though the MCU deals with space.
Well, that's why I've always liked the idea of him being in outer space rather than a creation. I don't know why. It always weirded me out that it was a creation. But if they wanted to be different with it, then fair enough. And if it's Tombstone and whatever weird science tech he might have for whatever reason. I want Tombstone to be like a really smart guy.
I think we're
as well as a Kingpin type of character.
I think we're missing like a massive open goal though with the black suit. I think like you literally get Brand New Day, and then Doomsday, and then Secret Wars, and I would bet money on he would have it in Secret Wars, because I think you can.
Yeah.
I
could be wrong. There's speculation with that too.
Black suit, like he wore it in Secret Wars.
Well, I say he either he gets the black. This is the thing. It's how they're going to work it, because if the theme of anger and loneliness and regret is the theme of this movie, the black suit is the perfect suit for Peter to wear to bring that out of him.
Yeah.
To give us the birth of Venom, which eventually I assume would eventually go to Matt Gargan. Because I would love to see Venom Matt Gargan.
That's a bit of an ongoing joke with Venom at the moment, isn't he? In the comics, like he's been handed around to so many
Yeah,
people.
and now he's with Mary Jane in the comics.
Yeah.
It's so
Should
weird.
have been Luke Cage.
Yeah.
But like it's like you could have the black suit get on Matt Gargan at the end of this. I think,
but then
it feels a bit rushed. It would feel a bit like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3-esque with like there already seems to be a lot going on in this movie. And I think having
maybe Peter gets a black suit at the end. Matt Gargan goes back to jail, and then maybe in the next film or two, Matt Gargan becomes Venom later instead of Scorpion again.
This
I don't
to
know.
me kind of feels like maybe something at the end to talk about, but like I'll kind of do like a quick little summary.
Right.
I'm a bit worried with the Tom Holland movies. I think because Marvel have openly said they're going to get to Secret Wars and then do a soft reboot.
Yeah.
And kind of streamline a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's in a couple of years. And I think, are they going to be able to, plan out the next 5 years of Spider-Man movies if they're going to reboot in I think it's 2027 is
around about 27 or 28.
Yeah, so they're kind of on a bit of a tight deadline with it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they have announced a new trilogy for Spider-Man. I think when it comes to the soft reboot for Secret Wars, if that's what they're going to do, which I would like them personally to do.
I would.
Because they kind of need to...
The MCU's got to... This is a completely different thing. This is not Spider-Man related.
It's a whole different discussion, but yeah.
The MCU, I think, has got too big and it's been going for too many years. And
they kind of need to shrink a few things back down,
streamline it, make it
keep it simple
accessible again. For the next generation to get on board with.
If we're using the term soft reboot, that means some things will still get kept, it'll just be a soft reset that there's some things that have happened now in this new universe, even though this new trilogy is going on or Daredevil's still going on.
Yeah.
But now there's other things that have happened that they're not aware has happened from their old life, basically, in the old timeline.
Yeah.
Because the comics did do that. The ultimate, the when Secret Wars, the run of 2015 happened.
Yeah.
Everything that's happened in the past, I think, still technically happened, but it was just that. But obviously, Miles is now part of that new Prime world.
Yeah.
He still remembers his old life, but now everything's different, sort of thing. So I reckon it'll be something similar to that we're gonna get. Some things will be kept, because of just for the sake of like popularity and money wise. And some things will just get replaced and rebooted just to create a better story, I guess. But yeah, so I could see Spider-Man sticking around because like if the trilogy is if a new trilogy is set to happen, I would eventually like to believe that there's a whole. I do hope we'll eventually reach Kingpin and Daredevil. For Spider-Man,
yeah, like
if not Venom, I would love to see Venom Matt Gargan in this film. I think that'd be a great new way of. If we're not going to get Mr. Negative, alright, fine, give me Venom Matt Gargan.
I disagree.
But it's like, it's like, how do you do Black Suit in Secret Wars if Venom's going to happen?
I think it's a very sort of like
Black Suit Spidey would be the new toy seller as well.
So the only reason I disagree with having Matt Gargan as Venom in that, I just think that movie would have a lot to do in like maybe 2.5 hour runtime of like Peter being isolated and alone, similar with Frank, Hulk, Tombstone, Scorpion, and then like throwing in Venom in there as well. I just think it would have, for me, like proper Spider-Man 3 vibes to it. And I think Secret Wars, I don't know how they get there, but I really do think Tom Holland will have the traditional black, the symbiote suit with the symbol and all that. I think that's kind of where they're going to drop that for the impact and the holy shit moment of seeing that suit in that movie. But again, if they did do it, I think it makes sense. Like Matt Gargan has had the symbiote suit in it, but then like is it keeping it grounded with having the symbiote?
Yeah, because it will still be quite dark.
Yeah.
Like like what Venom can do. I think like because even the Venom movies had their dark theme to them.
Yeah.
And I mean the first film was okay. Like if we're gonna compare a Venom movie, it did have a nice gritty vibe to it. So I would like to see Venom done properly with a spider emblem. And if it's going to be Matt Gargan, if they didn't want to go the whole Eddie Brock route again, then Matt Gargan makes sense to go next.
Quick tangent. Something I never understood. I didn't get why they didn't have Venom in the last movie teaming up with all the Spider-Man and all the heroes.
Oh, No Way Home.
Yeah, and then like Peter, any Spider-Man in that movie wears the symbiote.
Yeah. And
then Venom gets the white symbol like there.
Yeah.
In the third movie.
Yeah.
Because then he's like, oh, you know, I'm.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah. That maybe could have been a clever link.
Yeah, when he goes back to his Earth, he's got the traditional white symbol from inspiration with fighting.
It's weird. A part of me was kind of glad that didn't happen.
I love the cameo at the end. Lethal Protector was a ship name.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that gag. I laughed out loud in cinema with that.
It did seem a bit pointless for Eddie Brock to appear in that film if that's how they were going to treat him. But like, I think Sony were just up their arse to try and fucking link those movies together.
Yeah, they were.
They just didn't know where they were going with it, and it fucking showed. But like, I don't know. I'm so down for Venom, Matt Gargan. But if not Venom, then I'm just glad we're gonna get Scorpion regardless. Tombstone and Scorpion, two villains, I think make sense for Tom Holland Spidey. Hopefully, Mr. Negative, because then we'll have that gang war.
Do you think
and Mr. Negative would be perfect because, Martin Lee, he's the founder of Feast, which Aunt May was looking after in No Way Home. Yeah. So it's like, I think Martin Lee would be such a great another impact to Peter for him to deal with because of all the shit he's dealt with in the last few movies. He's had to find out that Martin Lee, the next person he trusts that Aunt May looked up to, is also a bad person. So that would add more impact and annoyance and depression to Peter, like, oh, for fuck's sake, why has this happened again? I can't trust anyone.
You said this earlier on, where you were like, if Spider-Man's taken down like groups of gangs, and then that's the reason Tombstone wants him eliminated.
Yeah,
I would really like to see this movie deal with Peter mainly just focusing on being Spider-Man. Because obviously everybody's forgotten Peter Parker,
and he's left that part of his life behind him.
He's a bit. I don't.
Well, this is the thing why I think we're going to see him deal with that struggle that he wishes he's not Spider-Man anymore.
Oh no! So I'm saying go the opposite. So
Oh really?
Yeah, not for an analogy, like kind of giving the Patterson Batman vibe, where he's like all his time is spent as Batman and no time is spent as Bruce Wayne. I think this would be quite a cool movie to kind of go. Okay, so everybody's forgotten Peter Parker. Peter is like in a shitty, crummy apartment. He's got like a shitty job just to pay the bills, like his rent. All his time is him as Spider-Man, and he's not making any time for like friends, loved ones, family.
Well,
And then through the movie, you see Peter kind of relearn that, to love again and let people in and be friends. I think that would be a really cool thing.
Well, that's it. Are we going to see him sort of like keep an eye on like MJ and Ned? Like, will he sort of swing around and see what they're up to and start to have that regret of like not keeping that promise sort of thing, or
the
missing
movie ends
them and
with
stuff?
Ned and MJ, like they're friends, aren't they? Like they, she's working in like a coffee shop. And they're celebrating getting into like uni.
Yeah.
That would be really cool if there's a scene with Peter, like he's just got his ass kicked. And he's like on a rooftop and it's pissing down rain. He just sees them
there
having like a normal life. Maybe like MJ's like dating someone.
There's a rumor that could be the case too.
That'd be really cool.
She's dating a Paul.
Yeah.
She's gonna have a Paul in this movie. Fuck. Oh no.
But that
would drive
cool.
Peter over the edge, and that's why I think the black suit can make more sense to really fuck him up, fuck his mind up, And if the black suit's in it, one thing I would love to see is Peter dealing with the black suit in his head. Like, that episode of Spectacular Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Where he's fighting the black suit. I would love to see shit like that. If not Mr. Negative, the black suit could probably corrupt him like that. I would love to see that.
I just, again, I really...
I want to see Peter deal with his struggles and try and find a way to try and fix himself and get back up there then, and to confine, that's the word, I said the completely wrong word, to confine in Bruce and Frank is so perfect.
Yeah.
Because then he'll realise that this is not the way, and like he would want to try and change Frank's ways. Bruce would probably try and help Peter deal with that anger and sort of thing, and sort of help him through his struggles, sort of thing. That you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Obviously, Frank's going to have none of it because Frank's Frank, you know. He's not going to get two shits. But I can't wait for Frank and Peter's interactions. Like, let me tell you something, Webhead. I had to deal with blah 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 and stuff. So
I want to see.
I can't wait for that interaction of Frank and Peter.
Do you remember in?
Because they're gonna have so much disagreements with each other and button heads.
You know how I was saying how Frank in like the Netflix shows are super violent.
Yeah.
Do you remember how it ends with him like beating the general?
Yeah.
And then he like crushes his thumbs into his. I really want to see like Spider-Man in the background go, Jesus, Frank! And, slings him off.
Imagine
like,
the comedy aspect
really cool.
to it from Peter's perspective. It's like
Frank's like turning some dude's head into mush.
Just don't be pussies with this film. If you're having a character like Frank in this movie, you have to please Punisher fans for this.
John Bernthal was very adamant when he came back. When it was announced to come back. He was like, oh yeah, like it is beat for beat the Netflix show to Disney as well. So
he's so passionate with the character of Frank
and the sort of like military background and what Frank represents and stuff.
He'd always wants to do the character justice, and he's always said he would not come back as Frank if the script wasn't right for the role. And like the fact that he's come back for Born Again, the fact that he's doing a presentation on him is going to be sick, and the fact that he's going to come back as Spider-Man of all films, I never would have thought would ever happen.
It's baffling to me that we're getting a Spider-Man
and Punisher team up
before Daredevil.
Yeah,
like that to me is
which makes me
wild.
Which makes me hope that Daredevil will somehow make some sort of appearance in this later.
Just cover me and you. Obviously, Matt Murdock has been with Spider-Man.
Yeah,
or Peter Parker. So like that has happened. But I want Daredevil in the suit with like the double D on the chest.
Just teaming up against Tombstone or Kingpin would be fucking awesome. Like, especially Punisher and Spidey leaping over at them, or Spider-Man and Daredevil doing a team up, while Punisher's just fucking wrecking shit somewhere else. But
again, if you have Daredevil in this, because Daredevil and Punisher have so much like history and so much like interactions and stories with each other. You could just imagine those two having like a moment like of like religion and not killing and like, you know, Foggy and all this. And then just Spider-Man making like a quip or like a bit of levity.
Yeah, he's just standing awkward like
on the wall
and just makes a joke.
Man. Like I think it would be.
I think if Daredevil and Frank had their arguments, I can see Peter making a joke about. Have you guys ever gone to like love therapy?
Couple
counselling, stuff like that. You know, you should consider that. So I want to have Peter make.
Bullseye would be a great. Again, it is a bit of a speculation video, but like Bullseye would be a really good
Spider-Man
cameo, maybe someone for Peter to go against. But again, I really like Bullseye. So,
it all depends what we're going to do with Born Again season 2. Yeah, but I would like to think. I would like to see how that interaction is going to go, and and Frank just. Yeah, just how they're going to piece all their stories together, and why Bruce would be involved. Is Tombstone going after Bruce for whatever reason?
Something I did think about when we were chatting is: do you think Tombstone could hold his own against Hulk, like in a fight?
I would love to think so.
Again, because if it's Smart Hulk, obviously he's not going to go balls to the walls, nuts, and wreck shops, and maybe he would hold back a bit.
Yeah.
So Tombstone and Smart Hulk could have a fight. But if it's Savage Hulk, I would be a bit like, well, surely he's going to kick the crap out of Tombstone. Like he might get a couple of shots in, but nothing major. But like Smart Hulk, I could maybe see fight Tombstone.
If Savage Hulk is going to come back in this, I would imagine it would be the same sort of length as how Red Hulk got in Captain America, because he was only on the screen for like 5-10 minutes.
Hulk would be a bit. He would kind of. I don't want to say break the movie because we haven't seen the trailer, but he would be. It would be difficult to have Hulk because Spider-Man and Frank, I don't think could stop Hulk.
I think it would
they could. Sam.
I think it could just be a quick little fight, and like, okay, we got Savage Hulk back. Then he turns back to normal. It's Bruce for the rest of the movie now. to help them out for whatever reason. Him and Peter are doing like sciencey things maybe to see how they're going to take down Tombstone. Think of a cure for Tombstone maybe to see how they can make him vulnerable. That sort of thing. You know, I could see stuff like that maybe. Whilst Punisher's just chilling with like a cigar or something and sorting out his arsenal maybe. I don't know. But just going back on Daredevil and Kingpin a bit because I just remembered something. The reason why Daredevil and Kingpin could not possibly appear in this, and I'm hoping this is bullshit because it is. I've heard that there's a possibility that the reason why they might and can't appear in this is to do with rights as well because.
Oh, I've heard this.
Have you heard this? I think Vincent. Came out and said something about it.
He did an interview where he was just like, Marvel don't have the rights to use Kingpin in a movie.
Which doesn't make any sense because Kingpin and Daredevil back with Marvel.
Yeah.
That's how they've been able to do the new shows. So it's like, do they mean Sony? Because Sony partly own? But that also doesn't make sense because obviously Matt Murdock appears in No Way Home as a cameo, or can they only use it for a certain amount of time? Like with when it comes to Spider-Man cartoons that they've been making, they can only use Spider-Man in the space of half an hour, which is why he's only used in animations. Is it the case of Daredevil being in a Spider-Man film now and Kingpin, which I find bullshit? I really hope not.
They could always get around it with the actress of Vanessa appearing in a Spider-Man because in spoilers for Daredevil Born Again, like she's kind of the person who gets Foggy murdered.
Well, she's kind of been.
She's the one who's taken over.
She could be a good catalyst, you know.
Yeah.
Because she's been managing the crime stuff on street.
Well, that's what phrased their relationship in Daredevil Born Again. Fisk wants to go legit, and she's like, "Well, I'm crushing it as the boss of New York." So it'd be cool if she storylines. It would make sense for Vanessa, and maybe you don't need to worry too much about rights. Yeah. With Vanessa Fisk.
Vanessa Fisk.
I
can imagine her and fucking Tombstone will have some cool dynamics, and Tombstone trying to gain power. It's
just such a shame because I think fans just would love to see Tom Holland Spider-Man and
against Kingpin.
Yeah,
you've got to do it.
Yeah,
it's like, come on. The actors want it too. They would love to see that happen. Like,
and it's such a shame that if rights are the things, like surely people can sit down.
It's become such a tedious problem when it comes to rights now. It's just Sony all over the place of what they can use for Spider-Man and who's not allowed in a Spider-Man project. I hate it. But that's what I wanted to get out of the way. Hopefully that's not the case, and we will get Daredevil and Kingpin at some point down the line, if not for this movie. Now. Yeah. Just moving on, because I want to talk about... There's a few things we need to talk about before we wrap up, because I know it's getting to that sort of length now. Sadie Sink's character. Just going back on how many characters are being used in this and how there's a bit too much going on.
Yes.
What the hell is Sadie Sink's character going to be? There's been rumours of Jean Grey. Spider-Girl. Gwen Stacy. Now Punisher's sidekick. Have you heard that he's had a sidekick? In the comics,
No.
Called
that is not called what?
Called Rachel something.
Oh, okay.
Her, by the way, that's Rachel something. I can't remember what her name is.
Okay.
Apparently, this is a sidekick Frank has had in the comics before. So I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah.
Feels a bit odd.
And she's ginger, which could explain Sadie Sink.
Yeah.
But I'd rather Punisher is his own character. I love him being.
That would really undermine everything we've just said.
Exactly, him being a lone wolf. And all that.
Peter's like, oh, if I keep on the path I'm on, I'm going to end up like Frank.
And it makes sense for it to be either Gwen Stacy, which I'm going to be honest, I don't want. And
I would like Gwen.
I'll get on to why in a minute. Spider-Girl, there was rumours of Spider-Girl, but Mayday Parker, did you just say?
I was going to say, again, I'm going to contradict what we've been saying, how we want it street-leveled and a bit more grounded.
But if they want to incorporate multiverse...
Yeah, they've just done that. So, you could easily have... I don't know...
could she be a Spider-Girl from the future?
Yeah,
and it's like Peter's eventual daughter?
Yeah, or if it's like... the first Spider-Man,
Tobey Maguire.
So
there was heavy speculation on that. Yeah, there was heavy speculation that she might be Peter's daughter from the future, but Toby's Peter to set up Secret Wars,
well,
maybe?
Yeah, so I could see a world where that's a thing, where it's the first actor who played Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire has been kidnapped or disappeared. She hops through the multiverse, finds...
But goes into the wrong universe?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you helped my dad, like, he's gone missing, and then you're kind of setting up Secret Wars. Like, I don't know...
I mean, she could be... maybe, or unless she's like she's more in hiding, and she's just a girl at Peter's college, maybe, and then you know how Gwen was sort of pretending to be a student girl in the Spider-Verse movie,
yeah, like that,
before she revealed herself as Spider Girl.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that, but maybe towards the end, I don't know, to set up Tobey Maguire. I don't know, because she makes sense to be Peter and MJ's daughter. That'd be so cool, because she does have that look in a way.
Yeah.
To be Kirsten Dunst's MJ and Peter's daughter. That could be sick. But if that is something I probably would, I don't know I'd want, and I don't know if I want her as Gwen Stacy either, because if Gwen Stacy, not a Spider Girl, I don't want Spider Girl. Gwen Stacy, not. I don't want them. See,
so do you mean like Gwen in like the really cool white costume, the hood, like her Spider-Man costume? You don't want that one.
I don't want that. Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I love Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'd rather have this Peter, Spider-Man, just be Spider-Man, just his own Spider-Person. If you're gonna set up a new Spider-Person, Miles Morales is the one to make sense. If Tom wants to pass on the mantle, Miles is the one that makes sense. I want him to be the only Spider-Person that exists in that universe, and build up to a new person of Miles Morales, and Gwen Stacy could, I don't know, Gwen Stacy. I'd rather have Gwen Stacy just be either a new love interest for Peter, but not Spider-Gwen, or she's Black Cat. Give me Black Cat. I'd rather have her.
So what you were saying about kind of not having her as Gwen. The only thing with that is, I just
don't think you need to keep taking stuff from the Spider-Verse animated movies, because that's what makes them so special. I don't want them to get so... Because I feel like Spider-Gwen's just been overused in a lot of stuff lately.
I would love to... So, one thing what I disagree with is I would love to see Tom Holland try to have a relationship with someone, but then still have the regret of what happened with MJ.
Yeah.
And that's why he can't commit to a new relationship, because of... He's like, oh, well, you know... I'm still in love with her. Like I want.
Well, this is why I think.
Do you think they're gonna, like, at the end of this Tom Holland trilogy, that MJ's gonna get her memories back and end up together with him? I think.
Yeah, I would like to think.
I have two ideas, but I think that's a very wholesome thing they could do.
I would like to think that Peter eventually goes full circle and ends up back with MJ and sees Ned again.
Yeah.
And similar to how they did Captain America in Endgame, and he goes back with Peggy. I could see something like that. But new love interest, I feel like Black Cat could make sense in terms of like trying to get a better version out of Peter in him, like, because Black Cat's kind of manipulative and likes to sort of have.
She's normally quite like a bit older than Peter though, and
but you don't necessarily have to do that. Like, she could easily be the same age as Peter, because this is college years, so he's probably like early 20s by now.
Yeah, it
is. So Black Cat could easily be the same age if they wanted to.
I can't believe Black Cat hasn't made it onto...
This is what I mean. I feel like now is the time to do Black Cat, because Black Cat was almost going to be for Andrew Garfield. She was eventually going to be
the second one, don't they?
Yeah, she was eventually going to be a Black Cat to her. Yeah. I think even in Tobey Maguire's, because if Spider-Man 4 happened for Tobey Maguire, I think Anne Hathaway was probably going to play Black Cat in that too. I think. I'm
not sure.
So Black Cat's been fucking planned for ages.
Black Cat would be a good shout. I don't know who this young actress could play. I
definitely don't want Jean Grey, because that makes no sense.
No, that
that's really random. Just to set up X-Men, you can easily set up X-Men in a different show.
Yeah, like it just that unless it's a cameo at the end. But I think the cameo is going to be like Doom or something.
Yeah, to set up Doomsday.
Yeah. I think that's going to be what they focus on there.
Yeah.
But then,
or one of the end credit
it would
scenes
also
at
be
least.
super weird if it's like Peter's at school or uni, and then like she's like, "Oh, I'm Jean Grey." You'd be like, "That's
it just seems a bit
It feels
out
like
of place.
because the girl's got like red hair, they're like, "Oh, Jean Grey."
Well, it's either Jean Grey or a new version of Mary Jane, but it's like,
Oh, I don't like that.
no, because you've already established an MJ,
like,
so there's no point doing that now.
That
Like,
just feels like trying to have your cake and eat it too.
make Zendaya a redhead. If she's going to be in this, get her in a redhead look.
Again, like the thing with Zendaya is like she might not be in this movie for a bit, but like she could like get into acting and whatever she wants to get into.
Maybe the science
bit
didn't work out for her. Maybe she does a different.
Do you think we're going to get Jameson in this movie?
I think he's also been confirmed as well. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure, but I'd imagine he's coming back and he's gonna be the one. I hope he's like Peter's sort of working for Jameson. He's getting viral videos for him.
I hope it's
like
the Daily Bugle and
yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool.
It'd be cool, and it's gonna be JK again, JK Simmons again, so that'd be nice. But yeah, fuck knows what Sadie Sink's character's gonna be.
No, I really don't have too many ideas on that.
I would personally like Black Cat, if I'm being honest.
I would take a punt. I don't think it would be.
Because I don't know if there's any. I don't know any other female actresses.
I'm gonna say Mayday Parker, but I don't think it would really work. I think if they went down the more, multiverse. Well, they're currently doing multiverse stuff. My money would be Mayday Parker. But I don't know how that would work.
Yeah.
But that's my guess.
Well, I'll have to wait and see. Let us know in the comments below who you think she's going to be playing, because there's just a lot of this information. There's not been confirmation or indication of what the hell this is meant to be. There's just so much that's been revealed as rumours, and
a lot of set photos, isn't it?
It's hard to piece together what the hell this story is meant to be.
Yeah.
But moving on, there was also another actor that has been confirmed in this, and it's this guy. What's his name? Seth Milchick, I think his name is. So there was also another actor that was confirmed to appear in this. Now, I've seen people speculate that what if this guy's going to be Norman Osborn? What if we're going to get a black Norman Osborn like he is in the new animated show?
Yeah,
the Friendly Neighborhood show.
I was going to go with.
It was either him,
Robinson, but that's a real basic bitch answer.
No. Either Robert Robertson. That's that. I almost said Robert Robertson.
Yeah.
Or Jefferson Davies.
Who's
Miles' dad.
Oh! I like that. Well, that would tie into my other fan cast. The lady actress from the Bear.
From the Bear. The lady that's also been confirmed in this is Liza Zayas.
Yeah,
something like that.
My money, that's got to be Miles' mum.
I'm hoping Miles' mum. I really hope that's Miles' mum, because she's of the similar ethnicity, I think. So I really hope.
If the other gentleman we were just talking about, if that is Jefferson Davis in it, if that's the role, that'd be really cool, because you could have Frank, who doesn't work inside the law, kind of breaks it any means necessary, and then if
he could be the cop going after him.
He could be, and then kind of Spider-Man sort of like do it the right way kind of guy.
Yeah,
that would be really cool, actually.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think if this is what we're looking at, most of the speculation points him to being Norman Osborn more than Jefferson Davies, because I've barely seen any speculation of Jefferson Davies, to be honest. But that's how I like to think that this is the case.
I like that. I think that'd be really cool.
Because I feel like now is the best time to start building up Miles Morales.
100%.
Start him off young. He doesn't have to be Spider-Man yet, because it's too soon for him to get powers. But introduce him now, and then build him up in the next two films. So
get the fans and the people to really love Miles. Be
this is what
excited
I mean.
For him. Don't just spring it.
He's at such a good point of the character's so popular right now.
Yeah.
Thanks to not just the game, because I think the movie came out first. The Spider-Verse movie.
Miles in the movies is fantastic. I love it. It's the fact I don't know a great deal about Miles, but like I know like the movie gave him sort of like the street art, the music, like I think like
he had his own vibe. You know?
like Miles in that is fantastic. Like he's also good in the games as well.
Yeah,
but I think if you could combine those two elements of Miles and take from the comics, like certainly I think he would be a great sort of next Spider-Man.
Yeah. Like it'd be nice if it was like if Miles is like, what if Peter was tutoring Miles for whatever reason, in college, and Miles is looking for like a placement or something at his uni. That's how they can meet. Like I know we'd want to see like Harry Osborn as his best friend, but like but I don't know how you do Harry now and the Osborns, because I just feel like Willem Dafoe.
Unless it's a startup.
I feel like Peter's gonna hate the name Osborn now because of what happened with Aunt May and all that, and I just feel like Miles makes the most sense to build up as his new best friend and build him up as the next Spidey, maybe, if they want to. Because Peter going through that struggle of not wanting to be Spider-Man anymore, he could be looking into Miles, maybe.
And I think Tom Holland has been doing, has been Spider-Man for years now.
He's now the longest running actor to play Spider-Man, which is cool.
And it's that thing, how much longer does he want to do it for?
Because he does eventually want to retire.
Retire from the role. And I think Miles would be such a great Spider-Man to kind of have the next, because it's never been like done before. Like
Miles makes the most sense to be the new young Spider-Man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like Miles is such a great character.
He's got a great costume.
And he's like you can have him be the next teen Spider-Man. Whilst because I've always liked the idea of like Peter could be the older and wiser Spider-Man. I wish they'd just keep Spider-Man as an adult, which is why I'm really enjoying the new Ultimate Spider-Man comics right now. He's an adult Spider-Man. He's got a family and all that. He's not always like a teen. He's not always at school struggling with like what he's dealing with his life. He's actually
like he's married,
he's older, wiser. Like I really prefer Peter Parker Spider-Man to be that, and I want Miles to be the new young Spider-Man, being the new teen to struggle the life with, and it's like Peter staying as a young Spider-Man is just done to shit now, and he needs to grow up. You know what I mean? Or put the mantle away and give it to Miles. I really hope Miles is gonna be the next build up.
I hope these two actors we were just discussing are playing Miles's parents. I think that would be really.
It just makes sense, doesn't it? As soon as Liza was cast, everyone immediately thought, "Oh, okay, Miles' mum, surely."
They teased Miles, haven't they?
Like, with Prowler.
Because
is Prowler going to make an appearance in this? He makes sense to be a hired gun for Tombstone.
He's in the animated movie, isn't he? He's in one of the cells.
You actually see him in a live action.
In the suit. What's really cool.
It's like, is that the same version? Like, I like to think so.
It's
like, come on, do Prowler.
That'd
be so really clever. Cool. Like, I really hope that is the case. So the thing is, though, I'm worried though, because like I don't think MCU can use Miles yet until the Spider-Verse movies are done. That's what I've heard that Sony have said. Sony aren't.
There's only one more though, isn't there?
That's there's one more.
2027.
Yeah, 2027. The movie's out next year, so I don't think Miles is even gonna get teased in this movie until that movie's out. See,
I would be happy if it was.
I hope it's like
his mum and dad.
Yeah,
like that could work.
I hope it's like a surprise tease. That we'll see. I hope Miles gets revealed in an end credit scene.
Yeah, you could have a bit where it's like Miles, like his mum.
If not throughout the movie,
and she's like, "Miles, get in here," and then you hear like someone running up the stairs. That would be cool.
I think that'd be such a clever surprise reveal. And that's something to look forward to in the next film. And then obviously at the next end credit scene teases Doomsday. Or vice versa, swap them around. So otherwise, I don't know what else you could do.
I'm really excited for this film.
I'm genuinely excited for this film. I'm still skeptical, but I am excited at the same time because like Tom's passion is there. John Bernthal coming back as Punisher is insane. And like even if we're not going to get Kingpin, Tombstone is just going to be just as good considering who they've casted.
There must be a trailer I imagine
I
on
think,
the horizons fairly soon.
I think we'll be getting, depending if this video is out by the time the trailer is out. I think we are meant to get. I think we were meant to get some more information or a teaser trailer of some kind revealed. I think Sony were meant to have a panel of some kind to reveal more Spider-Man news at a Comic-Con of some kind in October. But I think they've cancelled it, so I don't think that's happening. So, but I am expecting some sort of teaser trailer of some kind, if not a big main official trailer.
It's next year, isn't it?
Next July, the film comes out, but I reckon we'll get a trailer before the end of the year.
I think it's going to be really interesting next year with... this just popped into my head. I believe it's Spider-Man and Supergirl.
Yeah.
And Avengers Doomsday next year.
Their release dates are so close together too. Spider-Man and Supergirl.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Considering Fantastic Four and Superman have done quite well together in the box office, so I think Spider-Man and Supergirl could be, because Spider-Man, if there's one character, if there's one thing Spider-Man has, it's a fucking huge fan base.
Oh yeah.
There's so much passion and care from fans that people want to see from a Spider-Man movie, and that's why Tom Holland has probably got his work cut out for him to really give us a good movie. After the success of No Way Home, it's been that challenge of how do we top the last movie? How do we impress fans? Who do we bring in to make this a proper Spider-Man film done right in justice? And mate, bear in mind, I can't wait for there's something I forgot to mention. The choreography for this film, I think, is going to be insane because the director for this film did Shang-Chi, and I love the fight scenes and choreography in this film, in that film, and why I think Mr. Negative being in this film will be even more clever because of the martial arts elements into it. And like, there's another thing I forgot to mention before we wrap this up. What were you going to say quickly?
Well, I was going to say I've seen like a set photo of a stunt double like hooked up doing like the web slinging with the explosions, and it's like, it's really cool that it's not like CG or like, you know, it's like, it's gonna be more practical as close as it can be, and I thought that was like really cool.
There'll definitely be some CGI in there.
Of course, but it's nice to see a guy on a crane kind of doing the motion, like it feels like they're more on location.
I really hope visually it looks just as good as Amazing Spider-Man 2 did. And Shang-Chi's visuals, and I'd imagine the director Daniel something who directed Shang-Chi. I thought the action scenes in that film was fucking sublime, and they were, especially how the film began. Fight on the bus, that was great. The skyscraper, even the beginning of the film with the Mandarin against that lady. It is so visually appealing, and this is why I'm hoping Mr. Negative is in it all the more, especially with this mood board that this costume prop modeler is involved in. When you look at all this, what do you think? Because there's another random villain that might be in this that makes no fucking sense, and because I don't think it's possible Mr. Negative anymore.
I don't look.
It's a whole mood board of samurai related stuff and Japanese stuff.
I don't look at it and think. But Mr. Negative, like maybe like
Mr. Negative is Chinese.
As well. I maybe like a henchman, like, you know, one of his goons sort of get away with this, but
I like to think so.
But yeah, I don't. I think again, Mr. Negative's just kind of, he's got that very simple like suit, turns, you know, black and white. I'm not seeing like. No, it doesn't make me think of it. Well, people are now speculating Silver fucking Samurai. That would be that. Yeah, Silver Samurai. That would be. I really hope that's not the case. What? How? And why would Silver Samurai be in this? I fucking hope not. I don't know what this mood board is indicating. And then it turns out that woman is playing Jean Grey.
Yeah. It's like half an X-Men movie, half a Spider-Man movie somehow.
But with the Hulk.
And like it's just. So I'm a bit worried about that. I really hope that's going to be a debunked rumor, and I'm really hoping that. I'm hoping it's still Mr. Negative, man, because even in one of the trucks you saw in set photos, there's like a fucking demon head logo.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I feel like either that's Mr. Negative's logo or the hand, which could also indicate the Daredevil.
Yeah, the hand.
Being involved and why Punch is going after them.
I really think with what you're saying, like how
maybe the hand is trying to rise up to the gang war as well.
Yeah, like, I think with it sounds like everything is just going to be like very like grounded street level movie, and I really think Mr. Negative could work because you could have Mr. Negative, Tombstone, they're feuding.
Yeah.
Fisk is just put in this, curfew in New York.
Yeah, yeah.
So like it's a powder keg waiting to go off.
Yeah, literally.
With Spider-Man.
It could work
Frank,
so well.
Yeah, Frank's doing the extreme stuff, like Peter being more focused on Spider-Man stuff. I think Spider-Man has that appeal with like the mainstream audience. It's a bit like with like Batman. Like those Batman and Spider-Man movies normally just do so well in the box office, and I think this would probably be like Marvel's best movie in a long
hope so.
while. I really think it will do well for
it's the first Spider-Man movie in the MCU that's going to feel like it's a solid Spider-Man story, like his own proper Spider-Man. Not that the others weren't. It's like like we said earlier, because of how heavily influenced Tony Stark was involved in that, it didn't feel like Spider-Man.
He had a lot of tech.
Yeah.
I remember in the first movie years back when the mask could speak to him.
Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah, I didn't like that. And then Marvel for me, it's like.
I am glad they're keeping the lenses though.
Yeah,
the moving lens. Yeah.
I'm glad they're getting rid of the sort of how all the heroes like Black Panther, Iron Man, Spider-Man, they all had the sort of like touch neck, and then the helmet would appear. Like Spider-Man had that for a while.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, if he's meant to get newer suits later, then hopefully he doesn't get that kind of upgrade.
No. I don't think this movie will do that. I think it's going to be very have that homemade feel.
Yeah,
to it.
I hope so.
I really think it would.
I hope they stick to it. It'll be really, really cool, and just
I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for it.
I'm really excited for it, and I'm so sure Tom Holland's going to give it his all, like he did in No Way Home, because if he has much more creative freedom, it means that he's more involved in probably the writing too, because I think he really showed in No Way Home that he can give us a good serious Spider-Man persona compared to how he was in Far From Home and Homecoming. And that ending of No Way Home was his writing. That was his idea. The way it ended. So I have so much faith in Tom Holland.
Do you think
with this film? And I think he's gonna give it his all.
Last question: do you think we're gonna have any teaser from the other Spider-Man being in this movie?
Like I said.
No. Do you think like an Andrew Garfield?
Toby and Andrew possibly. They were probably also slightly rumoured. If Sony still want to get their way, they might tease them out as an end credit scene for Secret Wars or Doomsday. I'd rather see those three again in Secret Wars. It just makes more sense. And then you can finally put that away, and that's the last we'll see of them together now. So that's the only way I'd want to see it, really. I'd rather they start setting up Miles Morales now. Miles Morales of the MCU, not Miles Morales from another universe, from the Spider. I really hope it's not a Miles Morales from the Spider-Verse universe and he gets turned into live action.
No, don't do that.
Well, not the same one.
No,
just
don't do that.
Their own original Miles Morales to build up.
Yeah.
So
you can take inspirations from Miles, but don't just bring it across. That would dilute that trilogy of movies. That's its own universe that works so well. No,
I'd rather it's kept separate. So. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know what else to say. Other than I think we've.
It'd be great to come back. If you'd have me come back, I'd love to come back and do another one with the trailer.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I would love. Yeah.
Because again, this has just been me and you bouncing ideas.
Yeah.
Not really having a concrete idea of what the movie is. Just what we would like to see. So when that trailer drops, it would be great to come back and break that down scene by scene. That would be cool.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. We'll definitely be back and do another video of some kind soon.
Yeah,
we're probably gonna get a trailer at some point in October or November, I'd imagine. I reckon they'll reveal something soon. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining us on this discussion. I saw it's gone on for quite a while. There was so much to say that we wanted to predict and speculate and hope to see from this film. Let us know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with any of them. Let us know your own ideas for the film, what you think this film is even going to be about, what you think will be, what can you piece together yourselves to think how the story would go. We'd love to hear them in the comments below. Please do drop a like if you have enjoyed our discussion on this, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next future Spider-Man discussions coming soon, because we'll definitely be back for another one or two. Until then, guys, take care, have a fantastic day, and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye.